Hi everybody. This class is focusing on using Hoopla and Libby as part of your Olive Free Library patrons card. I'm also going to touch quickly on some of the other services that are available to you through the resources on the Olive Free Library page. Every Olive Free Library patron should understand that to access these digital apps, you need to ensure that you know your library card number and your PIN. I don't usually advocate writing down usernames and passwords, but it may be helpful for you to keep track of that. It's not like anybody can hack in and do a whole lot of damage, just borrow a book that maybe you didn't want to see borrowed. So first of all, I'm on the Olive Free Library site, olivefreelibrary.org. I'm going to click on Resources and then Online Resources. And from here, as I said, I'm going to do a very quick overview of everything that there is here on this page. This page is basically broken down into three major sections. At the very top, you can see these are the online resources provided by the Olive Free Library. So this is specifically for OFL patrons and nobody else. And there's three options here. Creative Bug, which pretty much is self-explanatory. You click on this Learn More button, and you can find out all kinds of different classes on crafting, sewing, and more. Tutor.com. Again, there's a Learn More tab, and this is a tutor for you to get homework help for your students. No appointments necessary, like it says. Go ahead and check it out. I'm going to come back to Hoopla, but this is available only to the Olive Free Library patrons. It's not part of the Ulster County or the Mid-Hudson Valley group. This is just for us, and it's very powerful. You can see we have lots of options. We're going to pop back there in a few minutes. These are resources that are made available to Olive Free Library patrons because we're part of the Ulster County Library Association. And you can, again, click Learn More for any of these to find out what's going on. This is just information about the Ulster County info portal. These are amazing. These are online classes that you can take with Universal Class. Canopy is a video streaming service. You can borrow videos. You have a certain amount allotted to you each month. Heritage Quest will get you a genealogical database. It's going to redirect you to a new website, so you should go ahead and watch that tutorial. The same thing here for the ProQuest library. This is to search military records. ProQuest has Heritage Quest, which is this one, which is the genealogical, and then Fold 3, this is for the military records. Again, I'm jumping through these because we're not going to focus on these today, but you should know that they are available to you. RB Digital is going out of service, so we're not even going to talk about that today. Online resources, these are provided, this is the third and final section, through the Mid-Hudson Library System. Again, because the Olive Free Library is part of that Mid-Hudson Library System, Olive Free Library patrons have access to this. Lots going on here. You can learn a language with Mango. Tumble books, read picture books with kids. Download audiobooks and ebooks on Overdrive, and get help searching for a job here. So that's a very quick overview of what is available on your website, on the Olive Free Library website. You can go ahead and take a look at those. We're going to circle back now and talk some more about Hoopla. Okay, we're back to the Olive Free Library website. Up here, olivefreelibrary.org. We clicked on Resources and Online Resources, and we're in this first section that are resources available only to Olive Free Library patrons. We're going to take a look at Hoopla, which is a service that will give you access to over 900,000 titles. There are 6 different formats. There's ebooks, comics, audiobooks, music, TV shows, and movies. All the titles are instantly available, no holds, no waiting. If you're an OFL card holder, you have access to 5 items a month. This is, as I said, only for Olive Free Library patrons. When you click down here on Learn More, you're going to be redirected to a new page where if you've never logged in, you'll have to use your library card to create a username and password for future access to that website. I already have that information stored in here, so it knows all of that information about me. So I'm going to click back here in Hoopla, and I can see items that I've borrowed previously. There are recommendations for me. There's a list of audiobooks that are available, and here's all of the content that I told you that was available. No waiting, instant access, and 5 items per month. So it's a great way if you love to read and listen to a lot of books, watch movies, etc. You can get all of that content right here. As you can see, we're looking at Hoopla through a web browser. You can also download the app for streaming on your smartphone, tablet, Apple TV, Fire Stick. It is not available as an app download on smart TVs, but you can cast to your TV from your phone with AirPlay or Chromecast. Hoopla does have a special bonus borrows feature, which allows for unlimited borrowing that won't impact your regular monthly borrow limits. And that next bonus borrow feature begins on May 1st. So go ahead and check out Hoopla. This is looking at it from the website. We're going to take a look next at Hoopla on an iPhone. As promised, here is a quick video showing you Hoopla on my iPhone. I had to download the app, so I did have to go to the App Store and do a search in the App Store for Hoopla to go ahead and download that. So you can do the same thing. You do a search, you find Hoopla Digital, and then you can download it. I only have the option of opening it because I already have the app. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that open. You can see we saw a quick thing that noted that Hoopla is available to us from the Olive Free Library. And again, it looks very similar to the view that we had on our browser. We can scroll through. We can be on the My Hoopla page. Check out movies by clicking on the video button. Check out music by going there. Books. And then our last feature is search. So Hoopla can go everywhere with you to watch a movie. The great thing about it is you can also download a title. You can stream it directly, or you can download it onto your phone or tablet so that you can enjoy it when you're offline and you don't have to worry about your network limits. And there you have it. Take a look. Check out Hoopla on your phone. Okay, we're going to take a look now at Overdrive and Libby. We're on the Olive Free Library website, resources, online resources, and we want to scroll to the service called Overdrive, which is here as part of the online services provided through the Mid-Hudson Library System. You can click here on Overdrive to learn more. Maybe you've already been using it to borrow audiobooks and ebooks. I had been doing borrowing all of my audiobooks and ebooks exclusively through Overdrive until I started doing research for this class, and then I started to use Libby. So we can't use Libby on the website. Libby is an app that we can access on a smartphone or a tablet, but it does work in conjunction with Overdrive. So if I click here now, Overdrive is going to take me to a new site, and I can go ahead and note the specific information for each title that I'm looking for. I can navigate on this site. I can look for subjects, collections, Kindle books, Collections is a really nice feature. You can look for fiction that is available now. All of these options are available here to you. But I'm going to click here on the home button just to quickly show you. This book right here is available to everybody because it's part of the big library read. I can see that it's an ebook right here. I have this little icon and I can click here and borrow. It's something that I can borrow right now. But if I go and look at some collection, let's just, let's do a search. I'm going to actually do a search and I'm going to put in Jane Austen. Just do a quick search there. So now this is going to show us a couple of different things. These are the top hits for that Jane Austen search. Obviously, some of her titles are there. I can see again, ebook. These are ready to borrow. This particular version there's a hold for it. So if I wanted this one, I couldn't borrow it right now. I'd have to click on place a hold. And then it would tell me that I'm number 1 on 1 copy. There's one person reading it, so I'm next in line. For some of the really popular new titles, you'll see that, you're number 47 on 7 copies. It depends how many copies of each of these digital books the Mid-Hudson Library System has borrowed. So you can navigate around here. Like I said, you can click on search. If I click here on this little book there, it tells me what I have loaned out to me right now. I have an audiobook, Kindle book, a couple more audiobooks. You can see I have a magazine loaned out to me on this right now. And I can do a lot of different things here. I could read this magazine right now in the browser with an ebook. If you choose that, you should note that you'll be redirected to the Amazon website to borrow an ebook. So you will need to have an Amazon username and password to be able to borrow through that. I'm going to click. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry. That's just something that you'll have to get used to using if you want to borrow ebooks. Excuse me. I did just want to point out that, again, you have the little icons that tell you it's an audiobook, it's an ebook. Sometimes I can listen in the browser. Sometimes I can read right in the browser. I can return something early. I can see when things expire. And this will show me here that I can borrow one more title right now. I'm hitting my limit pretty close there. So that was the little bookshelf there. I can also click on my account and get to the loans from there. I can also look at the holds, things that I put a hold on. See, I put a hold on that Pride and Prejudice book, but I don't really need it. So I'm going to remove the hold. I can see with this Lisa Scottolini book that I'm number 38 on 3 copies, number 2 on 46 copies, etc. So if at any time I change my mind, I can go ahead and make changes there. I can create a wish list and look at the history of what I've borrowed and make some recommendations to the Mid-Hudson Library System. So that's all available to me through Overdrive. And again, this is all on our browser. But we can also manage this through the app Libby on an iPhone, a smartphone, or a tablet. So we're going to take a look at that next. In this last section, we're going to take a look at using Libby on an iPhone. I'm going to swipe left until I see my app library. And I have a section here called Information and Reading. And I can see Libby is right in there. So I'm going to open Libby. And I have a lot of functionality while I'm in here. I have 12 loans, 3 holds. I can see that right there at the top. I can see that time is running out on this particular book that I've borrowed, that it's due in 3 days. I can scroll through and see all of the other titles that I have. I can go ahead and open them in Libby, or I can choose Manage Loan. And here I could return this early. I could renew it, or I can also click Read With. And that's when I can say I want to read it right here in Libby, or I can click on Kindles and app devices, and now I'm being redirected to the Amazon site. As I noted before in the last video, I have this option now to deliver this to my Kindle White. I don't know why it says it's my third Kindle, but I want to send this to my Kindle White because if I'm reading a book, honestly, I don't want to read it on my phone. I want to read it on my Kindle if I'm reading an ebook. So I have those options there. As I said, I can also return the book, share information. There's a lot to do in this site. I also can listen to books. I'm listening to this one here right now. So I can click here and open it up in Libby. And I have a lot of power in here. I can put a night sleep timer on by clicking on the little moon there. It says 30 minutes that I could listen to this book, and then it would stop playing after 30 minutes. So if I was listening to it while I fell asleep, I can do that. I can click play. I can rewind 15 seconds or fast forward 15 seconds by clicking over on these sections here. I can turn the volume up. I can put some bookmarks in there. There's a lot going on again in this. So I'm going to click back and I'm going to just quickly open a book in Libby so we can see how that looks. And then you would just swipe just like you would through any e-reader to read that book. So that's your very quick and hopefully helpful video on using Libby on your smartphone. Thanks for coming and sharing with us today.